Hello everybody and welcome back to another Deep Ogre review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Transformers Studio Series 86 King Starscream or Coronation Starscream or Bad Comedy Starscream, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. I prefer King Starscream because Starscream is king. Ha ha ha! That laugh was kind of ass. I'm never going to do that again. Thanks for that feedback, guys. But I was really excited to find this figure. I was going to pay like 60, 70 bucks on eBay for it because I was just so desperate. I go to Target one day, boom, right there. Lucky enough to get him. I love this guy. He is absolutely amazing. I sold my Earthrise Starscream to get this guy. But still, I digress. He's still amazing. I really love him. I like him a lot more than Earthrise Starscream. But without further ado, let's get into his mini accessories. So to start off with the accessories, we have this nice purple Decepticon throne. It does feel kind of cheap. It's very hollow. Not a lot of filler stuff. This is even hollow, even though it looked like they covered it up. I don't know why they couldn't cover this up though, because that's just a lot of empty space. I mean, you could put like candy or drugs in there if you want to. And then there's that third-party upgrade kit where there's that wall that you just shove in there. So if you want to, you could put like contraband in there if you want to. I don't know, weed or cocaine or personally, my favorite, cigarettes. That was a joke. Anyway, you got that Decepticon symbol right there. I wish there was a little bit more color to this. You do have some nice asymmetry going on with these two different looking details on the front of the chair arms, throne arms. But it does look very good, and this is the only accessory that is compatible with the cape. And I say accessory because obviously Starscream is compatible with the cape, but the cape is just in this kind of hot pink plastic. I really love it. You do get some of that weird molding circles where they snip the mold, but I don't really mind that except when it's on here because those are really noticeable when you put it on Starscream. But obviously you have hinges, so you can have it more laid back, or if you want, you can have it spreading out. But there are 3 holes. You could put this in either one, but obviously the correct way is the middle one. And there you have that, so it looks like the cape is draping over the throne, which it's a nice effect, kind of. I honestly would have preferred it if they went with a cloth cape, which I know that there are third-party upgrades if you want to get one. I personally might in the future. I don't know. Let's just see how the cookie crumbles. But for the other accessories, you get his shoulder pads for the Coronation, and these guns, or these null rays, are separate null rays from the regular ones. He comes with 2 null rays. These are cast in blue, painted gray, and then these are just casted in gray. So it is kind of a jarring comparison when it comes to those. But obviously he comes with 2 regular null rays, which are just reuse from the Earthrise Starscream or Earthrise Seekers in general. But you just plug those on his shoulders, and there you have. If you just want a regular Starscream without any of the Coronation gear, there he is, just with the regular null rays. But that's not what you're here to see. You're here to see him with the shoulder pylons on, which is easy enough. You just put that right in there. I already have this one set up, which this one does have a little bit of gold paint splatched on the top, which is really annoying, but at the same time sucks because the box is that like cut off box. It's a new leader class box where you have no window to see the figure, so you might get a janky ass figure or not even the right figure at all. Who knows? But you do have port right there. If you can see that just slides right onto the arm like so, and there you have one shoulder pad, and then you have the other shoulder pad, and they look very good on Starscream. For one reason or another, this side is up more than this side. I don't know why that is. I try to even it out the best I can like that, but even so, this side is still slightly higher than that side. I don't know how to fix that. I just live with it, honestly. And even this, even just this, it's a nice look, just with the shoulder pads. But that's not all. You also come with his classic, very, very obviously 86 movie-esque crown that is synonymous with that bad comedy scene. It's done in a blue plastic, but has this nice gold paint all around it. Very, very, very accurate to the movie. I love the look of this. Then you have the red painted in there for like the rubies and stuff. But obviously it's molded to the Seeker head. So you put that on there, and boom, you have your beautiful, beautiful Coronation Starscream. And obviously, to sit him down in the throne, you just lift the little crotch panel up, and boom, you sit him down in the throne. At first, I thought there were going to be like little slots in the sides for the wings, but there aren't in the throne, which is kind of offsetting because he does not want to sit all the way down because of the wings. It's quite difficult to get him sitting all the way down because of the wings. But you can simulate him sitting all the way down, and it definitely helps with those new molded hands with the finger articulation. So, yes, he looks absolutely stunning on the throne, but also he looks stunning just standing up in his coronation gear. And personally, I use the throne for Galvatron on my display, but you can use the throne for any Decepticon or anything. That's why I really love this throne set. But taking the throne out of here, obviously to just plug this in, you want to go straight into the back. And there you have a longer swooshing out cape like you saw in all the promotional images right there. But like you saw in the middle or at the beginning of the video, I had it collapsed like so, just because it saves on shelf space, and in my opinion, it does look a little better, just a little better. But with all of his coronation gear on, you don't really get any hindrance for articulation. But he does look absolutely stunning with all of it on, I will say that. But for up close and personal detail, this is just a reuse of the Earthrise Starscream body mold, just with a couple new pieces, including the head. The head is a new sculpt. He has a kind of smirkish grin to him, unlike the original Starscream head. At least I think they're different. It's kind of hard to tell. But this is a darker gray for the helmet. I think it's a darker gray for the faceplate as well. But bringing in Skywarp, which I gave Earthrise Starscream's head to Skywarp, you could see that is a slight difference in the head sculpt. This guy's kind of more, he's kind of more, yeah, no, at least that's from what I can tell. I don't know about you guys. I think it's a different head sculpt. Very, very cool if it was. But I digress. The rest of the figure is beautiful. It does have gunmetal gray right here for the turbine titties. Obviously, you have the cockpit chest right there, all throughout the body. Very nice mechanical detail. Nice blue. I did see on the original Earthrise Starscream that I think it was these pieces right there, in between these little knee things, were painted this kind of gunmetal gray, and on the original Starscream it was a darker gunmetal gray, but you don't get that little extra detail right here. You just get these vents right here, and that's fine. Honestly, I don't really mind that. And then you have these beautiful, beautiful little vent details in the toes right there. Gunmetal gray for the top of the foot. And that's pretty much it. If you have Earthrise Starscream, or if you've seen reviews of Earthrise Starscream, this basically is Earthrise Starscream. Just new hands, and I think a new head, and just some fancy, fancy king upgrades on him. But with details out of the way, let's get into articulation. and I'm going to do this with the Coronation gear on. Ball join up at the head, can look up, can look down. Warned, if you're doing this with the crown on, it will probably pop off. Just saying, but it is on a ball joint, so you get all the way around. Shoulder can move up, about that fall. Mill razor on a hinge, down about that far. Did I say fall last time? I don't know. Arm can go full 360, bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. You do have this kind of wrist action going on right here just because of transformation. Fingers can move out and in like so. Nothing at the waist, sadly. This skirt piece moves up so you can kick up and back about that far, out about that far. There's a thigh swivel. Single jointed knee goes pretty much just 90. And you have toe articulation, kind of. You can move it down on both ends. But that's pretty much it. Oh, and a little bit of ankle rocker. For comparison, here he is next to Transformers Earthrise Skywarp and Transformers Legacy Dragstrip. Here he is next to Transformers Earthrise Netflix Soundwave and Transformers Earthrise Netflix Bumblebee. Here he is next to the DC Multiverse Joker, the Criminal, and the three Jokers, the Criminal Joker, whatever, same thing. And another caped character, the Battison from the Batman. The guy, Robert Patterson, Batman, DC McFarlane figure from the Batman. That took fucking forever for me to say. And last but not least, here he is. Or wait, this is not last. Here he is next to Transformers Earthrise Optimus and Transformers Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. And now, finally, last but not least, here he is next to the Transformers Kingdom Cyclonus and the Transformers Kingdom Galvatron. I will probably be getting the Legacy one because I do not like this. I do not like the shoulder thing. That annoys me. But he does look great next to these guys. You know, the bad comedy scene really elevated that movie and made it pretty much everybody's favorite Transformers movie. Let's be honest. It's not that great of a movie outside of that scene. This is bad comedy. I mean, for robot mode, that's pretty much it. But for vehicle mode, that's not it, which I'll transform him right now. And as much as I hate this transformation, it is tedious and I don't like it, never have, never will. In the 2 years I've owned versions of this mold and the original Earthrise Starscream, never liked the transformation. Hated it always. Doesn't change here. But anyway, for this figure, I really like it. I really love the jet mode. It is big. I really love the accuracy of the actual, I think it was like a F2 wrap, F1 wrap. I don't know. I don't know airplanes. I don't know jets. I'm just a toy reviewer. I'm a fucking trans person who talks about toys on YouTube. I don't know. I'm not knowledgeable on this. But it is a very, very good looking alt mode. Anyway, you saw that this wing does pop off. I just popped it back on to transform it. That happens with every version of the mold I have, whether it be Skywarp or Thundercracker. I think on Thundercracker it's worse, because both of the wings pop off. But it makes the transformation a lot easier, I'm going to be honest. But you do have a little bit of variation. A little bit of variation from Earthrise Starscream right here, when it comes to that gunmetal gray on right here. I don't know why it's not anywhere else. It's really annoying. Plus, I don't know if you can see, but there's different plastic right here, right here, right here, and right here. These two are the same color. these two are the same color, or the wing, legs, body, all same color. The hinge is a different color on both of these. Don't know why. It's really annoying. It looks like a hobbled together Lego piece or sun damage. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why it's just not the same plastic as the rest of the figure. But hey, it's not that noticeable in robot mode, so I'm not complaining that much. But you do have really, really nice detail on this fighter jet nonetheless. Translucent orange cockpit right there. Underneath really just destroys it, but you're looking right here. Some vents right there on the side, right here on the shoulders. Nice panel lines, Decepticon logo, red and white Decepticon logo right there, and you miss that detail from the Earthrise one. I liked that. I really liked that. You had yellow, or not yellow, red and white lines on the tail fins on the Earthrise version, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken. That looked really good. I really loved that. But they got rid of that here because it's expensive, molding new parts, whatever. But would have preferred if they just kept it. If they had just kept it, I think this alt mode would have been a lot better looking. I just personally really miss that. I don't know why specifically that I miss, but I do. I really do. But obviously on the other side, you've got just a bunch of robot bits. Also, you put the null race, the regular null race right here. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy's jet mode. Let me get him back into robot mode and in his coordination gear, and I'll give my final thoughts. Overall, for my thoughts on this Coronation Starscream set, I really dig it. Really love that we can get this much and this beautiful thing. This is literally one of my favorite Transformers of this year. Easily in my top 20 favorite Transformers in my collection, and I love it. This is how I have him on my shelf. I love this look. I dig it, and it is compatible with the other Earthrise Seekers. You can put this on Skywarp. I did that for a while. You can put this on Thundercracker. I haven't tried that, but I've seen people do it. Only thing is their null rays aren't compatible with this because they are completely different sculpts. They kind of needed to be to do that. But I digress. This looks really good. I really love it. I'm very, very lucky to have found this in wild and been able to get it. I really dig this. It is definitely an amazing thing. I'd recommend it. The throne, as I said before, feels kind of cheap. It is hollow, completely hollow, no matter how much they tried to hide it by that little cover. But I do love the sculpt. It looks very, very nice. Starscream himself, I really love the Earthrise Seeker mold. I got tons of shit for that when I first reviewed the Seeker mold in that 50 subscriber special. I don't know, that was almost, oh my god, that was like almost 2 years ago. But I digress. My love for this mold has not gone down at all. I mean, there are just mold issues like that gap right here that you can finger a little bit. But I think they did improve a lot of things on this guy, especially with the hands. I love the hands. I really, really dig the hands. I don't know why, but I'm a sucker for the movable fingers. I mean, Earthrise Optimus and Hot Rod, Studio Series Hot Rod. I dig that. I love that shit. But I mean, other than that, I think the coordination gear just really adds a lot to him, and it definitely, if you're making a Studio Series or you're making a 86 movie display, this is a must-have. This is definitely a must-have. But I'm going to give this guy a solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I like this guy a lot. I really like this guy. If it weren't for just this hard plastic cape that doesn't really fit well and doesn't sit well on him or the throne, in my opinion, yeah, I'd probably give him a higher rating. But as is, love this guy. Would recommend if you can find him and if you have the money. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this, like the video. If you want to see more, subscribe. I have a stop motion project in the works right now. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.